Hi,
Hi.
I'm Mr. McGee. Thank you for coming.
Hi.
And thank you for coming, Mrs. McGee. How are you guys doing today? Sorry about that.
Yeah, pretty good. The illness is becoming a little bit stronger day by day, but yeah, I'm happy for coming up today.
That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah, I'm also good.
That's good to hear. Great to hear. And you two have, this is not your first visit to a physiotherapist, I'm aware of.
No, I used to go to another therapist, and for some time, I think it's been like 4 to 6 months, and I have been some improvement. But I feel like I could use a better guy that knows more how to understand my relationship with the illness and this chronic pain.
Absolutely. I mean, I hope that I can provide this type of knowledge for you, and I also hope I can help you along and maybe, hopefully, manage the symptoms a little bit more.
Thanks. That would be great.
Perfect. And are you aware of? Is it okay if I take notes for today? I'm going to take some notes on some of the conversation. I will try not to be distracting and with my computer.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask some quick questions for you, and it's going to ask for, it's only yes and no answers, and if you don't know, you can just say I don't know, and
Okay.
it's just for myself to know if you are in the right place, and it's just some questions, just some few questions.
Okay, I understand.
Have you had any recent infections?
No,
Any unexplained weight loss?
no, not really.
And a history of cancer?
No, never.
And any history of diabetes in your family or anything?
Yeah, I think my uncle have type 1 diabetes.
Okay. And any night sweats or fevers recently?
Maybe last week, but I don't know if it was just a cold.
Just a regular fever or anything?
Yeah.
But any numbness or tingling or weakness in your arm specifically?
Yeah, that a bit.
So just a bit of tingling because of the Huntington's disease?
Yeah.
And any bowel issues or anything?
No, not really.
Okay, well, I personally think it's okay to continue. Personally, I think
Okay.
that's obviously the tingling and the numbness at least.
Yeah.
It's a little bit worrying, but it's okay for now, I think.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. When did you actually first get the diagnosis of this Huntington's disease?
Well, it was a little less than a year ago. So I'm a teacher at school. I started noticing when trying to grab my checkboard to write in that I wasn't able to write as well, or my words weren't spelled as well. So that's when I got for a doctor, and after a few checks, I got that results.
And how did that diagnosis make you both feel, or just specifically you first?
It was really frustrating because, as you sure know, it's a chronic disease. So this is an issue that is going to be overgrowing, and right now we are on some financial issues. We want to buy a new house. She's expecting a baby.
Yeah, I'm expecting a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
And this situation makes me feel a little bit stressed because he's on the primary stages and it's gonna get worse. And now I'm in charge of the house and the babies, and so I'm kind of worried, but hopefully it will turn out fine.
I'm hoping that too, and I will try to give you as much knowledge and also try to help you with exercising and eating, advice on eating as well, healthier. But I'm sure that you have a very capable caregiver in your wife that can help you with that as well.
Yeah, really. She's a pillar of my life.
Lovely. Have you, other than this, have you had any medical conditions other than this?
No, not really. Through my history of medical records, this is the first big stuff of my life.
Yes, so no injuries at this current moment right now?
No.
Perfect, that's good also too. And have you been taking medication for this Huntington's disease?
A bit. I'm having a little bit of depression, also tested, so I've been taking antidepressants.
Okay, that's yes. And how have they been helping?
They call me a bit. Also, it's helpful to have them. Already with the chronic disease, is very. I'm not so enjoyable of the moment, so it's a plus for me.
That's very nice to hear as well. Have you also noticed this with him?
Yeah, sometimes I notice he doesn't have the energy to do some stuff, so I feel like he's less happy. He doesn't go on walks anymore with us, with
No?
me and the child,
Yeah.
because he feels tired. So I guess that also increases the depression, and yeah, well, I notice him sometimes being kind of without energy.
So is this the fatigue that you notice in Mr. McGee? Is it throughout the whole day, or is it just specific points are like at a day that he gets very tired?
Well, he gets specifically really tired after doing a big activity or even small ones. Like after class, he needs to come back and take a nap.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He cannot complete the full day without resting, and yeah, that's something I noticed.
Yeah, it's been a big change. Also, going to bicycle, I don't feel as strong. It's becoming worse on that part. The aerobic exercise, especially, and yeah, as she said, I cannot go on the walk on the night because at that point of the day I just exhausted.
Very, very tired. I
Yeah.
see. And I heard that you're a teacher, so you also work. You work at a school. And
Yeah, primary school. The kids are very understanding, thankfully.
it's very good to hear.
So yeah, I'm trying to use more presentation now. I cannot stand anymore 6 to 8 hours used more the computer, but yeah.
So you're, and have you cut down on your like amount of days that you work now?
Yeah, I don't work as much. I'm also a history teacher, so I don't have as many classes as other guys.
Of course.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to lower my amount of hours, but also I need the money for buying the house.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a bit dependent on both sides.
Yeah, and also do your teachers or also your fellow colleagues, make you feel
Yeah.
better about it, or do they try to at least make it easier for you as well?
Yeah, I've been working there for like 5 to 6 years, I think. Yeah, 5. So they are very understanding. We know very well each other's with all the colleagues and peers. So also there's been a lot of help from them to try to make my working day as pleasant and easy as possible.
That's fantastic to hear.
Mm.
I'm glad that you have a very supportive family and also very supportive like colleagues and also like friends and stuff.
Yeah, the workplace is also very helpful.
And I heard, do you do any extra activities like other than walking with your wife?
I used to go with some friends, biking. Time to time, I like to go fishing, but it's something that I do less and less these days.
Yeah, because does it make you feel? Are those activities too like demanding or like physically or?
Yeah, that's the thing. I physically feel that I cannot go as much, maybe 70% what I used to be, and also there's this mental exhaustion. I'm not joyful of the activities that much. Also,
So you
used
lack
to be.
like interest and motivation, I would say.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel.
And at home, do you also help your wife? How do you help your wife at least beforehand, and how has it changed now? And you can also.
Beforehand, I could really do a lot of stuff. We already have a girl, so she also needs to someone to bring her to school. I used to do that. She's a little, and then make the food, wash the dishes, and everything. And I feel like now she has to take a lot of responsibility herself because I cannot do as much.
Yeah, well, in the earliest stages, he used to help a lot in the house and be with the girls, and yeah, but now I can see that he doesn't really feel motivated to do some stuff in the house, so I'll take care of it. And I usually tend to give him emotional support too, so that he doesn't feel bad about it. And that kind of is a stress for me, but I think it's necessary because I really enjoy having him as a husband. So
That's fantastic to hear. It sounds like you have a lovely husband as well, and
Yeah.
also a lovely child as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you also how does it affect you like mentally, the not being able to help as much?
It's very tough on the mind. Being 41 years old and already feeling like I'm not physically capable of doing as much stuff. It's a big block for me. Feeling like I cannot do as much as anymore. Yeah, it's tough to the mind really. Yeah.
I understand how that could be really difficult. I personally can't tell you how it feels, because obviously I'm not with this case, but it sounds like
Yeah.
it can be very mentally challenging, tough, and also a bit demotivating. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to just press that. Sorry.
Mhm.
I hope that didn't mess up. No, it's fine.
Yep.
By the way, if you feel tired or anything, we can definitely take a little break. If you need a little break during this intake or something.
Yeah, that will be lovely to take a break in any moment. That way I can rest for a bit and then continue.
Okay, well, we can actually just take one quick one right now if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, we're now back from the little break, and I was, yes, let's get back onto track.
Yeah, thanks.
How, with some of these activities that you've been talking about, what have you noticed? Like, what symptoms have you noticed? Like, what's been really difficult for you? Like,
For me,
physical.
I lost a lot of balance. Especially, I feel like when maybe of exhaustion or when I used to go with my friends on the bike. Yeah, now I cannot do that as easily. I feel that I'm more wavy. Not really know how to express it on the words, but yeah, I will say.
So you feel a little bit unsteady on the bike, and also like fear of like falling over or anything.
Yeah, I feel that I can harm myself right now if I'm not cautious with the activities that I do.
I mean, there's many ways we could try and fix it, which obviously this is not the most ideal way to fix it, but we could get your balance up by doing balance exercises, but also maybe just starting on a seated down bike, one of those that's not gonna move or anything. Because if you are worried about falling and you do want to continue with cycling, that might be a really good way to get back onto the bike slowly, if that's something that concerns you or something.
Yeah.
Also, have you made any like adaptations to like the way you like work?
Yeah, well, as I told you, I cannot write a script anymore, so I usually just do some presentations. I have trouble even if I'm writing on a computer, but it's a lot less work than be standing all day just typing in the chalkboard.
Yeah, so it's more manageable. So you've decided to make it easier for yourself, which is very good as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to make everything as easy as possible.
And in your daily life, is the stuff like cutting or something, like cutting like vegetables or something, is that something that's become like very hard for you?
Yeah, especially as you say, using knives, as I lost some balance and sometimes I have fragile hands, some movements that I can not really control myself. I don't do that as much anymore. She also is cooking a lot more in the house.
Yeah, that's why I try to help him. I wouldn't like him to get hurt in the kitchen, and I tend to do more of those activities like cooking, cleaning, and also because I'm scared that he will harm himself and like unwantingly. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, it's very annoying when you can't control your hand movements, and being safe is best also for your wife and your kid as well.
Yeah.
Also, would you be able to explain to me your mood over the last few weeks? Like.
I feel that it's not angry, but I get I don't have as much excitement, and I don't feel the same as energy. Especially I feel it when trying to play or just have a nice time with my daughter. She's only little, so she runs, she does a lot, and I don't feel like I can keep up that much anymore.
So do you feel, so it's anger you feel, and also like a bit of
Yeah.
disappointment with yourself, for
Yeah,
instance.
it's the disappointments for not being able to perform as well, and yeah, and anger.
Yeah, and these emotional outbursts what triggers them? It was like some of these personal factors or like factors that may have like affected you.
Well, it's trying to do some exercise or physical movement. Maybe just playing with her, moving around the house is become harder, and then yeah, that will be one of the best case scenarios for that.
And also like maybe also like the financial stress that you're under as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's really tough for us. Because I feel like I cannot perform that much at work, and I feel that it's going to go worse. That way, I cannot keep up with the money that we need in the
Mm.
house.
And also do you find it like challenging like managing your stress? Like does it just build up? And if you would like, you could also comment on
Yeah,
this.
well, I noticed that he gets irritated more often when he cannot do a task. He gets really stressed and starts kind of being mad at the whole situation. So that's when I try to go in and try to help him and give him emotional support. But that also, in a way, gives me also the stress passes to me. So I also need some help outside the relation because it's a situation that's kind of bad for both of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it builds the fact that you can't express this like stress and maybe your feelings,
Yeah.
and because of the fact that you can't do the things that you wanted to do in the longer,
Mm.
and also the financial stuff, it's affecting also your wife a little bit as well.
Yeah, it put the weight really on both of us. For me, it's the incapability, and for her, is she now has to pick up all the stuff that I couldn't do, and also take care of me.
Mm.
Yeah, so her workload's become very much right
yeah,
now.
also with another baby coming on the way and with already daughter and
Yeah.
yes, more pressure to me. But I guess we'll manage with some specialists or
If not, if you can't manage by it yourself, I think I should send a referral letter to a social worker to help. I think that could bring some load off
definitely.
and maybe you don't have to focus. Hopefully now that he has me as a physiotherapist, maybe the fitness might like the keeping active and all that stuff. Maybe that can also try to take the load off of you as well.
Yeah,
And the
definitely.
occupational therapist, I'm hoping that can also provide some ways to make it easier for him to manage some of these symptoms or something like that. Like especially with making some of the daily life activities maybe. So maybe he can find a way to make it easier for him and maybe motivate him more to do this.
Yeah,
If that sounds good for you.
that will sound really helpful, and I think that's the best option that
Yeah.
we can have.
Well, I'm glad that we agree on that.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, how are you personally yourself? How are you coping with the husband's diagnosis? Are you
Well, I first managed really well because I knew I had to give more emotional support, but now it's kind of getting worse. It's kind of getting a lot of pressure to me. When I feel like he's irritated and he's mad at the situation, it affects me personally, and well, it's kind of getting worse. So it's a lot of pressure with the baby on the way, our daughter, and the whole situation. Finally, we also have some problems, so it kind of is a lot of weight that I'm holding. So I do need maybe some consideration of another specialist or having somebody to give me support.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Has it at all affected for both of you guys? You're like visiting, seeing family friends, or for instance, going out and stuff like that.
Yeah, really, because I don't feel like doing that anymore, and she has to do more stuff in the house, so she doesn't have as much time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for our friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I
Mm.
just want to stay home the whole day sometimes.
Yeah.
It's basically he's tired and I have a lot to do at home, and yeah, so we don't really have time, or he's not motivated to it. So
And yeah.
we kind of lost relation with some friends.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not. That's sad to hear. I would hope
Yeah.
that I would hope you'd think that they would be more understanding, maybe, or something.
Yeah, some friends are, some friends aren't.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
Those ones are, yeah, but we cannot see them as much anymore. They pass by sometimes by the house.
That's
but-
very nice.
Mm.
It's a lot easier for them to maybe visit you than it
Yeah.
is for visiting them, which
yeah,
maybe a very demanding of your friends. But
Mhm.
if I had a friend in the same case as me, as you guys, I
Yeah.
would also try to visit as much as possible.
yeah.
And with your goals in considering with like physiotherapy, what are your goals? And you can say your own goals, and then I would like your goal. What would your
Okay.
goals would be with this, in the long term future? You can do short term goals and then also look for the future goals.
Okay.
Yeah, for now is to have a little bit of my energy back.
Yes.
I want to be able to don't feel as wavy on the bike, to feel more energetic and to be able to do stuff to help me more out. I think for the long term is try to have the tools to be prepared for what it comes, because I know that this is going to go worse. So
Mm.
yeah,
So pretty much just like trying to balance. I'm hearing balance and also the like
energy.
and energy conservation techniques. We can do this one of those.
Okay.
And then also for long term, slowing down pretty much slowing down the process as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying
Mm.
to reverse it if it's possible, but yeah, trying to slow as much as we can.
And is this the same type of goals that you
Yeah,
vision?
well, that would be really nice if we could obtain more energy and yeah, be better. That would improve our situation definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a future goal, we're also planning on financially buying a bigger house, because with a baby on the
Absolutely.
way and me as a homestay mom, it would be nicer if we had a bigger house and
Or
so
more
that-
room as
more
well.
room. So you have, if
Yeah.
we improved in his disease, then we could definitely be able to purchase this goal.
I think that's a very good goal to have. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think personally for yourself? Do you think you need some more practical support on the side as well?
For myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be definitely be nice if I had some help apart from this. Yeah.
Would you consider maybe like some emotional support, some like psychological,
Yes.
mental support or something?
That would be nice. I'm kind of suffering a little bit because with him having a little bit of depression, it's kind of put the weight on me, and also I'm like kind of sad too that my husband feels this way, because I do really love him, and seeing him depressed kind of makes me depressed too.
Yeah, that's
And
very
I will
understandable.
definitely will need some help outside. I think that would be good.
Well, I think I will definitely send some referral letters to a psychologist and also a social worker for you guys. I think that would be very beneficial.
Thanks a lot.
And just finally, I just want to add a little bit. With the pregnancy, are you aware of the risks of having a child when your husband has Huntington's disease?
Not really.
No, there's any problems at all?
Yes. It is 50% more likely for your child to actually
Oh,
also be have
Oh.
the Huntington's disease, and I think maybe you should definitely keep checking on your child as well
Okay.
to
Yeah.
see if you actually have the gene or the gene offspring, because this could help you what's the opposite of progress?
Reduce.
Yeah, reduce.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Cause
Thank
it's
you.
not-
The long, because if you start very soon, it can be very, very beneficial to do
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on
and
on that.
yes.
And have you guys maybe considered about any like community support? So maybe going to some like center or something that could help, that where you can talk to other people, because it could be very beneficial, especially with
Yeah.
seeing some other patients.
Yeah.
You can relate to other patients, and maybe
Yeah.
you can relate to other mothers or other husbands, for instance.
Yeah, there's something I was considering because it's too much work sometimes for me for him to be around the house tired and I have to do a lot of stuff. So I sometimes think it would be better if he could go to a centrum, a place so he can be taken care of and maybe see other patients and other people to share his troubles. And I think that's a consideration we might do
If needed.
if needed. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, do you have any do you have any like difficulty with like communicating or swallowing, for instance?
Not really. Sometimes I feel like swallowing, especially, it's the hard part for me. But talking right now, it's just fine.
Okay, so it's not any major issue at the moment.
No, really. Thank God.
I think, and also with the occupational therapist that you have, is he providing the necessary help that you feel is necessary? Has he been helping you with your diagnosis?
Yeah. He's been helpful from some time. Yeah, this time, but I feel like I could use better.
So more
Yeah,
physiotherapy help, I guess.
more therapy. Someone that it's more has been better record with patients. I know that you have some experience on that, so
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I feel like that sums up for the meeting. I think next meeting we should address the goals that you've very nicely told me, and I think we should make a plan for you and yes, tailor it for your needs and also for your needs as well.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for everything. It
Thank
was
you.
lovely to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, sorry.